Welcome to Whining and Dining with Jim White. It's the program devoted to introducing you to the people who create the flavors you love. And if you're into Thai, go look no further than Asian Mint, Nikky I know how to say your name, Nikky.
Yes, you do.
Pinawatana.
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Nikky Pina.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's a name that I've said in our audio interviews without any trouble at all.
Yeah.
We're not even going to edit this. You see, I could stop and start over again, but I want you to understand that Nikky Pinawatana is with us. I've never done this.
I love it.
I've introduced you a million times.
It's all fun. I love it.
Anyway, I've wasted 5 minutes of the beginning of the show here.
No, we're good.
And you want to mangle my name?
Jim Wheat?
Wheat, yeah.
Is that right?
That's funny. And that's Tan's last name. Is he standing here? So
actually, his last name is way shorter, and I debated. Yeah. His last name is Noisiri.
Okay.
Way easier.
So this is your maiden name?
This is my maiden name.
Pinawatana.
Yes.
Pinawatana.
See,
my tongue was nervous.
I know.
What am I?
It's like overwhelming.
It's funny. Americans look at a name that has more than 5 or 6 letters in it, multiple syllables, and they freak out.
There's 12 in mine. So who knows? People just call me Nikky Asian Mint most of the time.
That works for me. Nikky
Yes.
Asian Mint is with us on the show, and it's just some delightful things. How are things going? I mean, you've got still 3 locations. Any new ones announced or in the works?
We do have 4 now.
4?
I birthed a new restaurant.
I've been
4
sleeping?
months ago.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
is it?
This is in Richardson. This is totally out of the norm. I was looking for a new challenge, and I found it. We basically opened a fast casual Thai bowl concept called Enjoyment up in Richardson off of Campbell and 75.
That is so cool. Talk more about it. Fast casual means you can come in and kind of grab and go, or order at the counter and then you pick it up, or do you bring it to them? Or what?
Oh, we do the bring out. So basically the process is, or my vision behind the concept, how we came about it, is we wanted to be the restaurant. Our mission is to feed souls with fast, fresh Thai bowls. And with that, we are very high tech. We have order at the kiosk. We're one of the first few restaurants in the Dallas area that's doing it. It is so fun. People get overwhelmed, but once they do it, they're like, oh, it's like learning a new app. We're doing cashless. We are very innovative, and I know there's a lot of businesses that are also becoming cashless as well. It's faster. You don't have to stand there with somebody trying to give them change.
Mm-hmm.
People standing behind you, they process it faster. It's safer for our staff. They're not carrying cash. We're not bringing cash in and out of the restaurant. It all around is pretty much, as you know, becoming the new norm. And I've noticed a lot of times whenever I open a restaurant, I'm always about 1 or 2 years ahead in technology because I love it so much. High-tech kiosk. You order, you grab a number, you go around the corner. We have an amazing hot sauce bar. We have like 5-6 different types of hot sauces, Drama Queen being one of them. We do fish chili sauce, sambal. I mean, I love sauces, and it's all about adding when you do Thai food. We have iced tea. You get a number, you go down. We serve your bowl under 7 minutes, and you have approximately 12 options. And those are all the items that you have come to love from the Asian Mint brand, but more have a Thai spin, street style. All of our proteins are on a skewer. They're grilled, marinated in a homemade Thai marinade. And people come in, they're loving our fire noodle bowl, pad Thai bowl, fried rice bowl, red curry bowl, peanut bowl, sweet and sour bowl. We have a coconut noodle soup bowl going on. We have clear noodles, all vegan or vegetarian, however you love it, and the majority of the menu items are also gluten-free.
That's amazing. That's fabulous. Congratulations
Thank
to you.
you.
We'll have to get up there and see it. Now, you mentioned Drama Queen, the sauce, but why don't you talk a little bit about that? You've got
a jar
container
here.
of it.
Yes. So Drama Queen is a Thai crispy chili, but honestly, it goes on everything and it's amazing. I want it to be the next sriracha. I want people to experience this and be like, oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, I love it on pizza. I love it on burgers. I throw it on fries. I don't always throw it on Thai food. I really think about more of these high, maybe higher fat content items that are comfort food to us in the States. And it is amazing on it. My friend acquired this recipe by marrying into a family that makes this over 100 years ago. And they used to serve it to the royal family in Thailand. So her descendants from that side of the family, no one really wanted to pick it up. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to do it. She branded it Drama Queen. It is so fun. And actually, I'm going back to Thailand next week to go and join her launch party that she's going to have for this product. But I really want to see it go global. I think it's just something that makes your food so amazing. It's an enhancement condiment that just, you can throw it on anything.
And you're serving this at Asian Mint and Comfort?
We will be selling it by the jar or we have these little Ziploc packets for travel, which she came up with, and I think it's amazing. And we have been serving it to our super regular Mint fanatics. They are loving it. They're like, can you please bring me back a jar? And they get hooked. It's such an awesome product. It's so yummy.
All right. Well, we'll have to try it. You've had an amazing career. Your restaurant's open since, 2005, 2004?
The end of 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
And started as the Mint and then Asian Mint.
Always Asian Mint.
Yeah, okay. But you're also recognized in the community as quite a business person. Which one do you think of yourself first? I mean, do you think of yourself as a chef or a business person?
I think of myself honestly more of a business entrepreneur. That's my background. I went to school for entrepreneurship and marketing up in Boston at Babson College, and my entire family on my dad's side were all entrepreneurs. So I think I've just been surrounded in that area, and I always think of that first. My passion is feeding people. I love to feed. I love to serve. And I honestly, when I was going to school up in Boston, I was always that dorm or that apartment that was cooking and making things. And I was like watching Martha Stewart and coming up with, making all these dishes. And I was like, okay, I have all these things, so come and eat it. And it just became this table place where we would come and eat, and I just kind of married the two somehow. And I did El Centro College because I really wanted to learn the commercial kitchen, and I did a pastry degree there. I love it. Just kind of fell into it. You follow your passion, but you have to be purposeful and have a mission and a drive, and I think that's really what keeps me going.
I was going to ask you about El Centro. Talk a little bit more about that program and its significance for not only Dallas-Fort Worth, but anybody. Chefs are kind of sprinkled all over the country who have graduated from that fine program.
El Centro Culinary Program is so amazing. Steve DeShazo is the head of the culinary program there, and he pretty much has up the level of that program in the past couple of years that he's been there. He has gotten amazing chefs to become professors down there. I'm so envious of all the students that are going down there right now and getting the education at a very economical cost. The industry, you coming out, if you don't have a lot of experience, you don't get paid too well, but it's the hard work that really gets you moving up and getting to where you want to be. It's one of those, you grind till you make it, and you get to learn these amazing experiences. And El Centro honestly gives you that amazing foundation, the connection of having an opportunity into and a career in the area, in the Dallas. And what our goal is, I'm on a board called the Texas Restaurant Association Education Foundation with Steve and a couple of amazing other chefs. And what our goal is to basically procure an awesome people to come into our industry and really make Dallas shine. We are kind of tired of losing all our people, to all the other big cities that they think, it's going to be making and all that. But our goal is to keep them in Texas, keep them in Dallas, foster them, mentor them, get them all into the community so we can all make Dallas an amazing place from a food perspective.
Good for you. Thank you for the work and for the wonderful endorsement of a fabulous program.
Love it.
At El Centro. Asian Mint, it's a real family affair. In fact, your husband, the chef, is here, who refuses to come on camera. But talk a little bit about the family dynamic at your wonderful restaurant.
Very, very family oriented. I started it with my husband. He has said, I want to be behind the scenes. I don't want to be up front. So I'm like, okay, I'm the spokesperson. Totally fine. I have come to an agreement of how to do all this, and it's been amazing. My mom works with us. She does all the paperwork because I am not great at paperwork. My brother runs the Oaklawn location that's been around for 10 years now, going on 10 years. And we open Inwood. All of our managers that work for us and even our staff, they all have been around with us, if not 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. My manager, Jeep, has been with me forever. It is honestly a very family environment. The culture, the people who come in and work, they stay. We foster them. We mentor them. Family is where the food and the heart is.
Indeed. Talk a little bit about the moniker, if you will, New Bangkok and Fresh Asian Fusion. Because it's not your, you'll pardon the expression, it's not your mother's or father's Thai restaurant.
Not particularly, but we like to call it New Bangkok style because if you've been to Thailand, Bangkok is honestly the melting pot, almost kind of like Hong Kong. People like to say, of all these different South Asian countries and cultures that come in and they blend, and all of our recipes have like a little bit of Chinese influence in them, and it's not the traditional Thai cuisine that you would. And here's a good way to explain it. How I explain it to my customers. They always ask, how do you explain your Thai food? Whenever you go to a Thai restaurant, the chef or the cook is normally the owner of the restaurant, right?
Right.
So depending on where they grew up, is it northern Thailand, southern Thailand, southeast Thailand, just like here in the Dallas, my analogy is barbecue. So imagine if you had Texas barbecue versus Kansas barbecue and all that. They're not the same. Some have more of a spicy flavor, some more sweet, some more heavy on seafood. So when I say New Bangkok style is because I grew up in Bangkok, my husband grew up in Bangkok, and we bring forth that flavor profile. It's not overly spicy. If you come from the southern Thailand, you're going to get spicy food. If you come from the northern, it's more bland, so to speak, compared to the other states, or the northeastern, which is all the papaya salad, all the lap gai, the khao niao, som tam, lap nam tok, which we all love. It's just a little bit different flavor profile. So if that analogy makes sense to you, Jim, perfect.
Makes perfect sense.
That's how I explain it.
Makes perfect sense. Which concept are you thinking about growing now, the Asian Mint or the Comfort?
My goal would be the enjoyment concept, but then again,
I'm sorry.
Enjoyment.
Yeah.
It all depends on where, who are we trying to feed, and what makes the most sense. I'm having a lot of fun with the new concept. It almost like is birthing a brand new restaurant. Nobody really knows the brand, the process, the food, but once they come in, they get hooked. They're like, oh my God, this is really good, and it's fast. I can bring my kids. I can come back on doing a quick lunch hour, or I come here for a study time because we're right next to UTD. And I'm seeing the adaptation of our clientele, our Mint fanatics, I call them. We are having a lot of fun. And another main reason why we went with this new concept is because the lifestyle of the people today versus 14 years ago when we opened Asian Mint is very different. We're so fast paced. We're so on the go. We're on our computers. We're working from our home. We would like to spend more time at home, but maybe not behind the stove. So, all those delivery services all around are making a bang because that's the lifestyle that people have come to enjoy and want. And this concept lends itself very well to our lifestyles today.
Does Asian mint cuisine travel well? I mean,
It does.
Yeah.
If you think about it, just like Chinese food, we're always thought of as that takeout place. And I'm so excited that Thai food is now, whenever you watch a movie on the big screen, they're like, oh, what are you guys ordering tonight? Let's get Thai food. I love it when they say that. I'm like, yes. Just realizing that Thai food has become the comfort food of people at home because it's so fresh, it's so flavorful, it's not over sauced, not over soyed, not over oiled, and I just feel like nourishing people that way, it just puts them in a good place where they can go to change the world in the best way possible that they were supposed to.
You've got such a wonderful attitude about that. I appreciate that. It's infectious. That's why I love to be around you.
I love being around you.
Oh, well, thank you. Even though I mangled your name.
Oh, we're all good. It's just a name.
Watana.
See, you got it.
Well, let me ask you this. This is a cute story. I hope I don't mangle the setup on this. People would not realize it or even believe it as well as you speak. But I read that you got sent to this country because you weren't keeping up with your English studies.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so it was a bet. I was a ninth grader at the time, and my mom's from Texas. My dad's from Thailand, and I grew up in Thailand. At around 15 or so, my mom said, hey, if you can just at least speak English while you're at home, I don't have to ship you to the state to pick up the language. Teenagers.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
No.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. She even sent me to an international school, Romedy International School. Half of my classmates were Thai, so we were still speaking Thai. I wasn't picking it up. I wasn't speaking or pretty much keeping up my end of the bargain. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to send you to Hockaday for summer school. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like fun. I fell in love. So much fun. So they have a boarding school department there. I finished up the summer school and I said, Mom, I'm ready. I want to come back. So I went back to Thailand, finished up my grade there, and then was sent over to finish my high school career at Hockaday. But as an ESL student, English as a second language student.
So now you're a Hockadaisy.
I am.
That's pretty
and
cool.
And always will be.
What kind of a bond does that create for you? Different generations, because once you're a Hockadaisy, it's a tight knit group, right?
It is. It is an amazing supporting community. I have to say, I didn't realize that because I was probably a part of a smaller community in the school as a boarder, as a non-native Texan. And so I created I have great friendships of students from all around the world in the boarding department. But once I came out and came back and started Asian Mint, the Hockaday community just flew in and be like, we love what you're doing. And it's so funny. I didn't even realize it probably until a couple of months in after I opened Asian Mint that I was back on Forest Lane and in green and white again. I thought it was like, how did I not even think about this? So subconsciously, it was meant to be. And the community is extremely supportive. I love it when I go into the restaurant today and the parents bring in little kindergarteners or middle schoolers, and they come in and they're like, can you please come over and talk to my daughter? And I'm like, I would love to. They go to Hockaday and we talk and they get so excited, and the parents are like, look, she went to Hockaday and look at what she's doing. It's just an inspiring time to be able to be a great, I call, my mentors femtors, because a lot of them are females. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of happened that way. It's like building each other up, supporting the little ones, bring them. I'm really big on education, like I said, sure, with the Education Foundation through the TRA and the GDRA. And I'm also a part of La Dames de Escoffier International, which is an organization for women. And what we do here in the Dallas area, our chapter throws an amazing event called Dame Good Party every time in March to raise funds for scholarships for women to come into the culinary business. So we have scholarship funds at El Centro, a lot of different colleges around Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, and even in Austin.
It's a great program.
It is.
A lot of very talented women involved in that.
Yes, you probably know quite a few.
I know quite a few. I keep looking for them to add an honorary male in there.
Right.
somewhere.
Oh, we would love to have you. You know it.
My mama didn't raise no fool, as they say in Texas. When are you going? Around a bunch of beautiful women who can cook well.
We'll just have to maybe throw Vicky in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
I think, who knows?
Well, thank you for all of the work and all of the service that you're giving to them, not only GDRA, but Texas Restaurant Association and La Dame d'Escoffier. And but I'm sure you look for other areas. There are many other areas that you personally, not as a group, are interested in. You mentioned mentorship. What are some other projects that you're doing?
I mentor a lot of my staff. Mm-hmm. I've found, I stay in my lane, and I realize that just by doing what I do passionately and, working hard, I have attracted other people through the social media program or anything. Everything's out there in the world to see, and they come into the restaurant and they see what we're doing, how we're serving, how we make people feel when they leave the restaurant, and they want to be a part of that. And I create managers. We call them mentors. So they mentor the young people, and funny enough, we take in a lot of kids that are either going to Richland College or UTD, and we're kind of like their first job. And with that, we get to use that time. I secretly tell our mentors, it's not going to be so secret anymore, but you know what? Let's make them the best human being that they can be, because all the skill sets that you can learn in the restaurant applies to anything else they want to do. You will learn multitasking skills, communication skills, social skills, selling skills. With all of these skill sets, teamwork, all of those, I want to make them the best candidate if they ever decide to go into, I have a couple of kids in architecture who wants to be an engineer. And engineers are not talkative. They're very introverts, and they don't want to, put themselves out there. But I tell them, use this space to practice. You are going to meet over 100 people a day. Talk to them, communicate. They're here because they want to meet you. They want to talk to you. They want to connect. Use this space to hone on those skills, because you know what? Those are skills that are going to be best used when you're doing an interview process. And they're like, okay, that makes sense. It's clicking. And that drive, we have to drive them, drive. And then at the end of the day, if you're a server or anybody in the front of the house, it is a sales position. You are working off of a tip base. So that's another drive. So I love watching them blossom, coming into their first job, making sure they come into work on time, their uniforms pressed, they come in ready to go. I realize that I have been gifted a platform, an area to not just feed people, but to be a part of the community and build it up the best way that I can.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like I'm talking too much.
No. Hey, you're the guest star. I just hoped my philosophy is short questions, long answers.
You're amazing at it.
Thank you. You mentioned your trip to Thailand. Why is it important for you to get back to your roots? And I know you travel there frequently.
It's home as well. Mm-hmm. Home is where the heart is, honestly. So wherever my family is, that's home. Dallas is home. My extended family on my father's side still lives in Thailand, so I get to go back. But it's really about the food. I'm like, where am I going to go eat? What am I going to eat? I eat probably 10 times a day there. I really rebuilt my itinerary based on restaurants where I want to go, the beaches, the fruit, the vegetables. It's really about going back to eat, honestly. So
when people come in to see you in the restaurant, you'll be happy to give them some suggestions if they're traveling to Bangkok.
Absolutely, all the time. I am building, honestly, some connections in Thailand, because I have, funny enough, a few staff members who've gone back to Thailand and went into tourism. So I'm like, I have somebody that I connect you with. They are very familiar with the Dallas area. They speak the language. You would be really comfortable with them. I get a request all the time. When are you going to have a trip? Let's do a tour. Let's do a trip. I can get like 10 people together. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of fun. So, 2019, I might do a few of those. We do cooking classes here in Dallas, and we have so much fun. It's just sharing your love and your passion about food, Thai food in particular for me. And it's just an amazing connection.
That's great. We're going to cross the time-space continuum now and take you to Asian Mint for a Kiss Cooking segment from Nikky. What you going to do? It's got to be simple and straightforward.
I am doing pad thai. It's going to be fantastic and super simple.
One of your favorites, one of my favorites. Everybody loves pad thai. Is it hard to make? Can we?
Not at all.
Once we watch you, we'll know just what to do.
You will know it's going to be so simple, and you'll be like, what? Because we have this amazing sauce that we pre-make for you. That's probably the one that is most time consuming. But can I go ahead and start?
Let's go.
Yay! Okay, I got my fire going. My pan about medium hot. As you can see, there's less than 7 ingredients here. You always want to start with a nice hot pan. We added our yummy protein. We got eggs, obviously. Another thing to get this dish out pretty fast, in case you have some kids who are crazy hungry and need that time crunch. I have some protein that I already part cooked. I have chicken, shrimp, and some tofu.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't have to choose. You can get it all.
No, I like to do it all. The way we serve it in the restaurant is with all three for one price. It's pretty awesome. They'll be like, what? I get all 3 proteins? Absolutely. So this way, a little note on our tofu. What we do is we have a non-GMO organic tofu. We buy it firm. And what we do is we cut them into strips and we flash fry them, because when you put it in a hot pan, especially in our restaurant in a wok, it's so hot that the tofu could kind of dissipate and get all mushy. But this kind of makes it firmer, and it keeps it together.
Oh, great.
So,
and how long generally does this cook? I know you're doing it by sight.
So as you know, make sure your chicken's cooked. As long as your protein's cooked, you're safe.
Okay.
Your shrimp turns orange, your chicken turns white. You make sure it's nice and cooked. It is that simple. And we have our rice noodles here, gluten-free. They come in a dry pack. You can literally have it kept in your pantry. And what we do is we soak them for about 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
And they come nice and palatable and soft. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of water so it can steam those noodles out.
Okay. Now, most of these ingredients, I'm sure, are available at all the better supermarkets and so forth, but there are also some great Asian markets where people can shop.
Yes, for sure. You're right. All of these ingredients you can get at any supermarket now. They have the Asian aisle, and they have these noodles there. Pad Thai has become so popular, has become a staple in the American lifestyle. It's that comfort food, and that's why people come into our restaurant for it. So yeah, the only thing you want to stop by Asian Mint to get would probably the sauce. The sauce at the Tom Thom store or any of the groceries around here, supermarket and whatnot, they're actually really good as well. So I think that's a good place to do a one-stop shop. But if you want the Asian Mint flavor, then pick one of these up. Okay.
And what kind of flavor are they looking for when they shop for them?
Literally, it will just say Pad Thai sauce.
Pad Thai sauce.
Simple enough.
Keep it simple and straightforward.
That's right. So as you can see, our noodles are nice and soft. One of the key tricks here is you want to make sure that your noodles are cooked all the way before you put the sauce in. That is because our sauce, Pad Thai sauce, has a high sugar content. It is made of palm sugar. It has tamarind juice in it, so it has that sweet, savory, and tangy flavor profile. But because it's high in sugar content, it will wrap around those noodles.
Yeah.
And then if you have uncooked noodles, it won't be so good.
Sugar treat.
Yeah. We are almost done. You let that sauce, you can smell it. It smells so yummy.
So good.
And another trick that I like to do for the home cook is we add some paprika. Again, at home you don't get that hot wok like we do in the restaurant. And this paprika will give it that nice smoky flavor that you're looking for from a hot wok. Little trick.
That's a great trick. Thank you for sharing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, and thank you for expanding with enjoyment.
Oh,
The new
yeah,
location.
so fun. I was there all day yesterday. I'm there most of the time, and it is just an awesome new challenge for me, but my goal is to feed the people in this day and age that are on the go. Quick lifestyle. You can come in, get out, but my goal is to feed souls with fast, fresh Thai bowls, and that's where Aged Enjoyment came about.
And you can get the wonderful pad Thai.
Yes, you
there at
can.
Enjoyment.
Yeah.
I love the spelling, the play on words too. It's great.
It's so fun. You might think it's the Asian who don't know how to spell enjoyment.
No.
But we have.
I knew what you were doing. Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
So that is it. Then we add our vegetables, and just to let you know, I like to turn off the fire before I put in the vegetables because the heat from the noodles itself is going to cook these down a little bit. I still like my bean sprouts and green onions
crunchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I like it all. So, as simple as that. And you can do one of two things with the peanuts. In the restaurant itself, we put the peanuts on the side of the dish. But you can literally stir it in if you wanted to. So I'm going to switch this up right here. Ta-da! I made a double portion, by the way, for all of us here.
All right, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes.
Asian men.
That's right. So as simple as that, a little bit of peanuts, or a lot, however you like.
Pretty.
Would you like to try some?
I would definitely like to try some.
There you go. Pad Thai is honestly, we eat.
It's hard to get a
Pad
small
Thai.
portion here.
It is. I'm making you eat hot food too, so
It's
be careful.
really hot.
Because I see the steam now that I mentioned that, so be careful. Pad Thai you can enjoy at lunch, breakfast, dinner, late night, because it's an awesome street food, and that's kind of where it came about. How is it?
Great.
It's good.
Pardon me for talking with my mouth
You're
full.
good. I keep doing that to you.
We need to have some drama queen on there.
Uh-oh.
For those-
It is good stuff.
For those brave hearts that want to try
Oh
that.
yeah, drama queen, some spicy. You want to try some?
Yeah. that would
Okay.
work. Hey, Dean Fearing can do it. I can do it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Just be careful.
Yes, be
it is
very
a
careful.
spicy Thai crispy chili garlic that we're planning to import here from Thailand. It will get you, but man, it's so good.
No, yeah. Now that's pad Thai that you can write home about. And thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. I may try that myself,
You should.
but I think I'd rather come and try it with you at Asian Men.
Fine. Once you do it, you'll be like, okay, it's easy, but I don't want to do all the prep. I can get it in 5 minutes. So
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for joining us.
pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Great to see you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
All right. Wining and Dining with Jim White, and thank you for joining us. Remember, if anybody asks you what you're making for dinner, tell them reservations at Asian Mint.